Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's me. It's me. It's the GOC coming to you live to tape 25 feet below the surface of the earth. Here to give you analytics show number 7, aka the state of the channel by your old buddy. Now, I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. We're here on a Monday. We're getting ready for a monster nor'easter snowstorm, or so they say. I mean, they can't even pick their ass or pick their nose. Never mind pick the weather forecast, but that's not what we're here for. Kick back and relax. Let me give you the numbers, the research, the analytics. Grab your favorite beverage. Grab a snack. Tonight, we have Monday Night Raw. There's AEW Dark. Tomorrow night, you have AEW as well. NXT. You have MLW on Reels on Wednesdays, along with AEW Dynamite. Fridays, we have SmackDown and Rampage. And of course, all the different pay-per-views that are coming up. Listen, I cover everything here on the IWC because it's one man, unique, unedited, unscripted. It doesn't matter if I do the retro reviews, the book reviews, the classics. I cover everything from the WWE to AEW, the NWA, Impact, MLW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, AAA, CMLL, and of course my home with the Paradise 4 at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Fans, you're not going to want to miss it. I have almost 2,000 videos uploaded here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel, the mothership, if you will. Follow me on all social media platforms. In real time, it's on Twitter at Big Daddy GOC, and the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos. On Instagram, it's the Guardian of Chaos. On Facebook, there's 2 accounts. That's right, there's 2. Jay Brony, you get the pun, right? And Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian in honor of my heritage. Follow me on Gitter, Gab, Truth Social, Rumble. I cover it all in the IWC because it's me. So sit back and relax. We're jumping off all the other social media platforms. Meet me back here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel. All right, fans, thanks for being back. As I said, show number 7. We're pumped up. We're amped up for the analytics. I try to do this every 1 to 2 months, maybe 3 months, so we can get the numbers in. And remember, we cover the last 28 days here on the YouTube channel. Well, hold on a second. Alexa, up the volume, please. Grab your favorite beverage. We're going to sit back and do a little instrumental, a little classic. This is all non-copyright music. This is strictly for entertainment and for parody reasons. And we don't want any copyright strikes. Do we? I don't think so. So thanks for being here. You see, I'm in rare form. It gives me wings. Thanks for being here. Alexa, up the volume, please. I don't think she hears me. Is she ignoring me, Alexa? Alexa, up the volume, please. I think, there we go. I think she heard me. Well, cheers, Chindan. We just came out of a weekend. What was it? Everybody's Irish that was down at the Blarney Stone, right? At St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish, but I guess we could all be Irish that one day. Because here on the YouTube channel, we don't give a fuck, number 1. And number 2, come on in, man, because it's open for everybody. Keep your business to yourself. Don't infringe on us, and we won't do the same to you. And if you don't like it, you could always change the fucking channel. And every time I swear I gotta put money in the tip jar for my granddaughter, thank God she's nowhere in sight. And she's certainly nowhere in earshot because the bunker is empty right now. There might be some kickboxing classes going up. I don't know if anyone's down at the range. The lounge is empty. The executive boardroom is in use right now. So we're not completely empty. So fans, we're here on March 13th, 2023, just so we get the proper timestamp. We haven't done a show on analytics in the state of the channel here since January of 2023. So it's been a few months. Go back and check out all the videos. As I've said, I have everything from my career all the stars that I've worked with and all the people that I've been involved with and been on the same shows, all the heroes, the legends, the Hall of Famers, the young lions, the rookies, my over 50 years as a fan, a scout, an agent, a historian, a mark, that's right, I said it, a mark. And of course, my over 3 decades in the industry, the business, the sports entertainment world of pro wrestling. That's right. Over 3 decades as a pro wrestling manager. Everything from soup to nuts, from pillar to post, from coast to coast, from border to border. With the GOC, you see the forehead, right? Do I look like a Shar-Pei? I've heard that before. They say the camera puts 10 pounds on you. It might have put 20 pounds on me down here at the bunker. We're back. We have some new lighting, some new camera. You can see that we added some music. Every time I try to do it in the lounge and I called out her name, I can't say it too loud. She changed the music. I feel like somebody's listening to me. Besides the government, let's not get crazy. We know we're going through some hard times, some tough times right now. Stay close to your family, your friends. Walk in faith, not fear. Stay with the big man because Jesus Christ is coming back soon. Don't be caught dead without him. And that's a shoot. Pick up the big book every day, man, because we know what's going on here in the world, and that's why I'm here as a stress reliever for you to give back and for you guys to give me a stress reliever. This is my love, my passion. You could see it, right? You could feel it. You could hear it here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel. I don't ask anybody for nothing. A paywall, Patreon, super chats, none of the above. Join this, tip this. I don't ask for any of that. I do this out of passion, out of love, out of history, and to give something back and to be a stress reliever and to be a carpenter, because if you don't give back, you ain't shit. Remember this, you can't get to where you're going or even where you are unless you take a look back and recognize where you've come from and where you've been. That doesn't mean be stuck in the past. Look in that rearview mirror, soak it in, remember it, keep your eye on the windshield. Full speed ahead, and that's what I'm talking about. And in order to get respect, you have to start with respecting yourself. Once you do that, you open up other people's minds to respecting you, because there's 3 types of people in this world: those who don't know what happened, those who wonder what happened, and people like the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, that make things happen. Here to give back to you wisdom, knowledge. That's what it's all about. So thanks for being here now that I'm off my opening monologue and whatever it is that was here. I'm a content creator. That's what I do here on the channel. We got to get to those 4,000 watch hours and the 1,000 subscribers. I'm not going to be like everybody else with 5 subscribers, nobody on their channel. They end up going to StreamYard or some other platform or something like that because they want to be on, they want to be live. I want it the hard way. I want to legitimately earn it. I believe the channel here is coming up on 530 subscribers. I believe we're coming up on, I don't know, hopefully 2,000 watch hours. We need the 4,000 to go live because I want to go live on YouTube from the bunker or the lounge or the offices here at Chaos headquarters for Chaos Corner. Hundreds of episodes of Chaos Corner here on the channel. Go back and check it out. My last live to tape here on the channel was for AEW Revolution. So Mondays and Fridays is when I try to put out my consistent content, but I have so much stuff that I download. You can go back and look at classic VHS stuff from 30 and 35 years ago to current day, to today's product in 2023. So here we are. That's what we're looking for. We're over on the channel, well over 200,000 views. I thought we were coming up on close to 250,000, but it's more like 220,000 total views on the channel. Listen, it says on the YouTube channel that we were coming up on June of 2023. This summer, we will be at 6 years on the YouTube, if you will. But we didn't start posting our first video and going active until I believe 2020, right around the pandemic, a little bit before the pandemic, maybe 2019. So we're still in our infancy here. And I didn't start pumping out the content for you guys here on the channel with sports entertainment, pro wrestling, baseball, soap operas, reality TV, everything here on the channel that you could think of. I didn't really start pumping it out maybe the last 3 years. So it's been tough. It's been struggle. We had our ups and downs. We've had our boom time. So that's now that we're 10 minutes in here for the opening monologue. Let's get to the numbers to research. Listen, I'm not WrestleNomics. I'm no Brandon Thurston, but I'm going to give you the numbers for my channel. Speaking of channels, before we get on to the analytics, follow the channels that I moderate on. I am a moderator for all you clowns out there, humanoids, brain of the dehydrated baby. It's stealing every line that you can think of along with my own. Not censor. If you're an asshole, I'm going to moderate you along with the other moderators on these channels. I'm on the #1 fucking podcast on YouTube, all the way down to my own channel here, Guardian of Chaos on YouTube. So not only do I moderate for my own channel, Guardian of Chaos on YouTube, I moderate for JD from New York, Off the Script, almost 150,000 subscribers on YouTube. Again, the #1 fucking podcast, Off the Script. So I moderate for JD. And also I moderate for the OG of podcasts, and that would be the one and only Don Tony. Whether it's Wednesday night Dynamite, or Monday nights, or the sit down on Sunday nights. And of course, JD with the Chi-Town Smark, Jesse, on Wednesday nights for AEW Dynamite. I also moderate there. And on Jesse's channel too, Chi-Town Smark. I also moderate for the Wrestling Council. I also moderate for the Pro Wrestle Zone. I also moderate for Travis Berg. There's several channels out there that I moderate for. And of course, another moderator from JD's channel, my boy Otis. I'm also a moderator over on Otis's channel, Big OG, Big O. So let's think about that and the channels that I'm associated with. It doesn't get any better than JD from Off the Script and Don Tony. Throw in JD's sidekick now with his own channel, Heel Jesse, the Chi-Town Smark. Of course, Comic Book Bob and Hollywood. That's right, over at the Wrestling Council. There's a lot of different, my good buddy, the Pro Wrestle Zone, the Professor Rick Del Santo, one of the best independent channels out there in pro wrestling. Don't forget my buddy from across the pond. We just had St. Patrick's Day, and that's Maurice over at Cheap Heat Productions. Talk about Cheap Heat. Maurice Shortle over in Ireland gets Cheap Heat on Cheap Heat Productions. All those different channels are unbelievable, along with the regulars that I try to keep up with. And yeah, I guess I follow them, and I'll admit it here because I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, no matter what it is that I do here, whether it's the top organizations, the independents, other wrestling shows, podcasts. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, even when it comes to me. I do listen to Jim Cornette. I do listen to Dutch Mantel. I do listen to other certain podcasts. I'll occasionally pop in and listen to Alvarez or Meltzer. So there's other programs. I do listen to Talk Soup, Wrestling Soup with Mish and Joey Numbers. I love Mish. I do listen to the Joe Cronin show with that crazy bastard Joe Cronin. There are shows out there that I go to on the regular, and of course my other different channels that I listen to out of the sports world and podcasting and pro wrestling entertainment, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get on to the numbers. 13 minutes in here. I'm rambling. I hope you're staying here for the special content. Alexa, higher the volume, please. See what happens here when you depend on somebody else to do your work? It never works out. I wonder if my old buddy, another legendary night with all the boys, of course, no Big Steve Tracy or Pretty Paul Roma down at the Rib House, but it was myself and my sidekick there, Mario Mancini, along with Paul Perez and Kevin Sabin. Boy, when we get together for those legendary nights, you're not going to want to miss them. Alexa, higher the volume. Is she listening to me? I just want you guys to have some non-copyright, strictly for entertainment purposes, music behind the scene here at Chaos Corner. Let's get started. Analytics show number 7. Yeah, I know the hair's getting long in the back. Thank God I shaved, all right? At least, what a good-looking son of a bitch. This is what you get here on the channel. I'm in rare form, man. We're ready for a snowstorm coming up here in March. The weather's been crazy. Keep an eye on the planet. Look up to the skies. See when you get random shows like this and it's not a specific topic? It doesn't get any better. Okay, here we go. Analytics show number 7. I already said we're coming up on hopefully 250,000 total views. We're coming up on 530 subscribers. We've got to get to 1,000. I'm going to do it the slow way. In the last 28 days, we're not going to count on the last 365. We'll go with what YouTube goes with. The last 28 days. All these views and different numbers that I'm going to throw out here are going to be over the last 30 days, 28 days. You get that. Again, we haven't done this since January, so we'll compare the last 2 shows, which we usually do here. Go back and check out the channel, and you'll see the first 6 different analytics and how over... listen, back in January, the beginning of the year, through the holidays, you're going to see we were exploding. Can I say that here on YouTube with the current state of the world? Well, I said it. Over the site, we had a little dip in I want to say at the end of the summer of 2022, but beginning of the summer 2022, we were really jumping up there with the numbers, and we're going to see how it affects here. So the last 28 days. Watch time hours in the last 28 days, 116 hours. 37 more hours than usual, than normal. But as we said, we go back to January 2023 of this year, we were at 487 watch time hours. Alexa, lower the volume. We were at 487 watch time hours in January to 116 hours now here in the mid-March of 2023. Still more than normal, but we kind of dropped down for a little bit as you hear the crickets, and that's what happened here at the channel briefly. We had 10.6 thousand views over the last 28 days, which good numbers. That's 4.3 thousand more than usual for the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel. But just a few months ago at the beginning of the year here, we were at 34,000 views. So we went from 34,000 views to 10,000 views. That's a lot. Admit it, I didn't put up as much content. Still over 4,000 views more than usual. But we really dropped on the views over the last 28 days after we really were shooting through the roof. And again, we don't even want to go through the roof here at the bunker. But I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of my channel and what happens here. That's why I need you guys here. Not just for fun and entertainment and parody, but for information on the business and to make it relatable as I do and to grow this channel, guys. And I'm going to continue to do it whether you're here or not. So hop on board, spread the word, get us in the algorithm. It's all algorithm. It's all suggestions. It's hitting that like button. It's leaving a comment. It's sharing it on your social media. So look at those views, 10,500 views, 10.6 thousand in 28 days. A lot of channels would die for that. But we were at 34,000. Let that sink in. Same thing with the watch time hours. We went from 487 to 116. Again, we were up more than usual compared to the last quarter, but nothing where we were in the beginning of 2023. So let's get back to where we are, back to where we need to be in January, because you're going to see from subscribers to top content to impressions to unique viewers. We're going to go through that here. I'm hoping to get out of here in less than a half an hour, put this up on YouTube and give you guys the status of what you're watching here. Our top content. Some were on shorts and some were on just regular podcasts and some were just regular videos. Our top content over the last 28 days. A helicopter short because you know what's going on in the skies across the world and across the country and related to current times. That's what you get here on the YouTube channel for Guardian of Chaos. Not just pro wrestling, but the current times and the status of the world as well. So a lot of military craft flying overhead. I happened to put one up on the shorts, and in the last 28 days got almost 2,000 views because you see people are concerned about the reality and the status of the world, especially with the war in Ukraine, Russia, so on and so forth. I don't want to get into that. That's not what I'm here for. Speaking of that, Alexa, up the volume, please. Maybe we can get a little more music and distraction here besides what I'm talking about. But that's reality. Rikishi, the Samoan dynasty, the bloodline, whatever you want to call it, here on the channel, you know my history. We go back like a recliner, like 8 tracks, all the way back to the early 80s with the Samoan dynasty. The bloodline, if you will. Peao, Meleini, Kane, Pupule, Wiki Wiki, Aloha, and Mahalo from the GOC. So Rikishi and the Stink Face is always big here on the channel. We have a couple different videos of Rikishi doing the Stink Face to the Mercenaries, the Haas brothers. It doesn't get much better than that. And so those videos here on the channel really do get a lot of views. 1.3 thousand in the last 28 days. The Mickie James, a.k.a. Alexis LeRae videos here on the channel, always bring it in. And we just put them up recently. 1.3 thousand views. And then, of course, Christian York with the lovely head cheerleader, Miss Kara. 1.1 thousand views in the last 28 days. And, of course, the classic women's wrestling that I've put up here, and the women grapplers, lady wrestlers, divas that I've worked with in the past and have been on the same shows with, all here on the channel, from Mickie James, a.k.a. Alexis LeRae, to the Cat with Jared King Lawler, to Miss Kara, to Missy Hyatt, to Miss Tasha. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. To Tequila Rose, Diona Perazzo, all the different women, the over-the-top battle royal from Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. It doesn't get much better here with women's classic pro wrestling. It brings a lot of fans to the channel. So that's the top content here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel compared to last show, Analytics Show number 6, where I put up some videos from some of the events that I worked and was lucky enough to be involved with, and some of the matches, along with the matches with my guys. Last time around, the Kevin Sullivan Taskmaster Vic Steamboat video, 2.4 thousand views. The Bruno Sammartino speech, and you know the relationship there, that he was commissioner for the NAWA, and I took over that night in 1999 at Slam Jam at the Westchester County Civic Center. The videos from that night, 2.3 thousand in 28 days, where I went on to be commissioner, took over for Bruno, and was the longest commissioner in professional wrestling history. I dare say, do your research. The Missy Hyatt videos here is the #1 video on here from certain events that we did, and the ones with Kimona Wanalea, that's right, Kimona from ECW, and Sweet Destiny, a.k.a. Little Genie, the #1 video with almost 40,000 views here on the channel. She's still going strong, 2.2 thousand views, several shows that we worked together. Also put up a new video from back in the day of Gillberg. That's right, Dwayne Gill, the former WWF light heavyweight champion. Gillberg. Had to work a couple events with Gillberg. Great guy. 2.1 thousand videos here on the channel over the last 28 days of Gillberg. He's still got it. And of course, Mad King Eddie Kingston here on the channel, giving his salute to the legendary Japanese grapplers. Konnichiwa, bitches, at almost 2,000 videos. But I did take it down. You can still see it in the archives because somebody hit me with a copyright. We don't like the copyrights here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel, especially when we're doing the analytics. We're trying to grow the station. Subscriptions. This is big for me because we're trying to get to the 1,000 so we can do this legitimately. We are 81% more than usual. We're plus 20 subscribers in the last 28 days. Not too many people would complain about that. That's almost a subscriber a day. I need more because we were at 95 subscribers on the last show in January. That was more than 1 subscriber a day. Let's get that. Let's get to the 1K. Guys, the content on here, the professionalism, my character, my gimmick, and when I'm real, bringing you into my house to shoot, you won't get much more realistic, real TV, reality, current day than you get on this channel. From a guy that's going to tell you like it is, from a guy who's real, no bullshit, no kayfabe on this channel. So get me to the 1,000 subscribers. It was at 95 back in January 2023, but we're still up 81% more than normal. I'll take it. We're growing. We're taking baby steps. Can we take bigger steps? I'm just giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The top videos here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube, we talked about some of them. The Stinkface with Rikishi, the Mickey James, a.k.a. Alexis LeRae videos, Christian York along with Kara, and of course the Christian York and Julio De Niro match on here. Camp Rising Sun, Kids with Cancer that we did for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling as a fundraiser. Unbelievable. That's what we do. If you don't give back in this business, you ain't shit. I've already said that. And of course, the legendary Legends in Action videos here on the YouTube channel for Guardian of Chaos. And one of the matches that I did where I managed King Kong Bundy against Sergeant Slaughter in the Legends video. You're not going to want to miss that. Here on the channel, those are the top performing videos right now in March of 2023. I'm not sure what's happening in the background. I feel like we're having a party here. At the last 48 hours, 316 hours of watch time. I believe I went through that briefly. And that's not bad. Okay, for the last 28 days. You see Alexa's interrupting again. This is what happens. It was at 2,000 watch hours in the last 48 hours when we were here in January. 2,000 views in 48 hours. I'd say that's pretty fucking good, wouldn't you say? We're down to 316 hours in the last 48 hours. Still okay, but we need more for the channel. We need more. Guys, you see it, right? You see part of the memorabilia. Class of 2019 New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame right there. Slam Jam 99 with Commissioner Bruno Sammartino, the Bushwhackers, Psycho Sid. Here with Jared King Lawler, Bruno Sammartino, Chuck Zito, X-Pac. I mean, the movie Six Figures that I was fortunate enough to be in. The show with The Rock for the AWA World Wrestling Zone at Bally's in New York City. Does it get any better than this? I don't think it does. So sit back and relax. We got some nice music here on Alexa. Let me just go through the last 48 hours. We have to get those views back up. Our audience still staying the same, although we've gotten a little rise. No pun intended. 93% male. That's okay. It was at 98%. And we were at 2.2% with the women's. The women's out there, the female audience, which you guys know you love me. I'm a perfect gentleman. You guys know I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm a husband. What do you mean? I'm not about, like Max, what does he say? Pinning people on mats and banging rats or something, but whatever he says. The GOC's not like that. But we have gone up. At one point, we were at 0 with the women's. 0. We're up to over 6% of my total viewers and subscribers now, whether you're subscribed or unsubscribed, and female viewers. So I'm happy about that. Well, I support women's rights. So we're glad to have you ladies here. We'll try to keep it professional and gentlemanly, which you know that we do. Impressions, I like to run down the categories. Impressions over the last 28 days, 107,000. 107.7 thousand impressions in the last 28 days. Not bad, right? For a guy with less than 1,000 subscribers. It was last quarter 536,000 impressions. So we dropped a lot. Again, I'm going to tell you the truth. That's what you get here. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We went from 536,000 impressions to 107,000. We went from 1.5 thousand returning viewers to 745. We went from 25,000 unique viewers to 7.7 thousand. Let that sink in. Although my overall numbers here on March 13th, 2023 have risen. Okay, just like the Lord has risen, did rise, will return. I like to throw in a little bit here. Bear with me. God bless everyone out there. I pray for you all. Look at those numbers. Although I'm not complaining. We're doing above normal, more than usual here on the channel. But when you go from 536,000 to 107,000 impressions, 101.5 thousand to 745 returning viewers, and 25,000 unique viewers to 7.7, I got to complain a little bit. That's what we have there on top content, last 28 days, top videos, subscribers, the last 48 hours, our audience, our impressions. Let's move on and see what else we have here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel. Some of the categories that I really enjoy going through. And guys, I hope you're here. I'm going longer than normal. I haven't posted since last week, so this is probably going to be closer. We're at the 30-minute mark now, so I hope you stayed here. YouTube says that most of you guys stay here anywhere from a minute and a half to as long as 15 minutes, which is unheard of on YouTube unless it's live. So the live to tape concept and what I do, pretty successful. And I'm going to continue to do it anyway. Let's keep it under 45 minutes. Come on, Chaos, keep it rolling. Oh, wait, hold on, man. We don't want any copyrights. That's why I got the music so low this time. I said that I got. Use proper English. That's why I have. Alexa, higher the music, please. Look, see, ladies? Look at how nice I am even to Alexa. Alexa, play upbeat contemporary music. Let's see what she says.
Pop culture, including Miley Cyrus.
Well, we don't want Miley Cyrus. Alexa, off. Alexa, play instrumental music. We don't want this. No copyrights. Alexa, are you listening? Get rid of Miley Cyrus. Alexa. Yes, I would. I'm arguing with Alexa here on the Chaos Corner. What the hell's going on? Alexa, stop. Alexa, could you play instrumental music? Am I using this right?
Classical Focus, free on Amazon Music.
All right, we're back to some semblance of order. That's why I am the Guardian of Chaos. People want to... Where'd you get the Chaos name from? Why couldn't you be something else? We always see in that word, especially in today's political climate in the world, chaos. But I am the Guardian of Chaos. My 25 years behind the walls and every other profession I did, you guys get it, right? Read the bio. Alexa, higher the volume. We're almost done here. Top geographies. In the good old USA, the Guardian of Chaos has 55% of his fans. That's where I'm listened to the most. I guess that would make sense, but only 55%? It was 64%. At one time, it was 78%. So I'm losing a little bit of the USA, but I'm picking up in other areas. India is here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel, followed by the UK, Canada, and Germany, to where the rankings per country and geographies was always the United States. Born and bred, third generation. Damn proud of that. Proud of my heritage, proud of my culture, which is American. American. Get it? We're all Americans. You're born here, you're American. You're legalized, you're American. Right? So the United States of America, my homeland, number one here on the channel. The UK at one time was big here at almost 6%, followed by 5% up north in Canada. I like you guys, but a little crazy at the top though, huh? Brazil, another country from South America, in Fuego down there in South America, but a lot of fans here in Brazil, over 2%. And again, India went from 2% to almost 5% here on the channel. So you see, we're all over the world. I do believe that the channel is, I want to say, banned in several countries, and we'll go through that list at one point, whether it be Iraq, Iran, North Korea, Turkey, certain countries. I'm not sure why, because pro wrestling brings everybody together, even during the pandemic and all this bullshit. What's going on? What's the one thing? It wasn't basketball, football, baseball. Oh, none of that bullshit. None of it. It was pro wrestling that brings people together. Sports entertainment. So those are the different countries and geographies that you get here on Chaos Corner. Let's go to the demos, because you know I am the over 50 demo god, the old man brand. Proud of that. Although my demographics have really been shooting up. Still 13 to 17, we get 0, we get anybody, but that's okay. We don't want anybody underage here anyway, unless you're having fun watching the videos. 18 to 24 demographic, 18.7% of you. 25 to 34 represents 23.5% of my audience. 30 35 to 44 demographic is 17.1% of my audience. The 45 to 54 group, 11.7 here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel. The baby boomers, the cuspers, 55 to 64, 13.6% here on the channel. And you old guys and gals, 65 plus, representing 15.5% of the channel here in March of 2023. Some interesting numbers here in the demographics. I'm going to break it down. 95% of you are subscribed here, 5% unsubscribed. We have to really change that. That's where the subscribers come in. So we really need you to spread the word and double it and triple it and getting it out there. So let's look at the demographics quickly. At one point, had no females. At one point, we were 100% in the demographic of like 35 to 44. I hit that demographic, the all-important 18 to 40 or 18 to 39 demographic. You'll see by the numbers. Back in January, the beginning of the year, I was at 7.5% in that 18 to 24 age group. I am now at almost 19%. I was at 19.3% in the all-important 25 to 34 age group. I have exploded to almost 24% now here in March of 2023. The 35 to 44 group, I've lost some of you guys, and I'm not sure why. You were my largest group at almost 28%. You have slipped down that slippery slope to 17.1%. 45 to 54, also my target audience, you were at 24% at the beginning of the year, right after the holidays. We are now down to 11.7%. Come on back, man. I always say it, come on back. The crescendo's going up, the music's going up, I'm going up. 55 to 64 demographic, you were at 16.6%. You have dipped to 13.6%. I'll say it again, as I said for the last demo, come on back. And then the over 65 plus, let's face it, we're in the fourth quarter, and you're 65 plus. You're in the fourth quarter here, man. You're in the fourth quarter hoping for some overtime, right? Am I right, man? I think I am. At one time, you were at 0% here on Guardian of Chaos, Chaos Corner. 5.8% at the beginning of the year, right after the holidays. I don't know. Maybe some depression was setting in. Maybe your finances, I don't know. But now you have gone up to almost 16%, 15.5% of the total viewers here. Come on, guys. Get to the gym, eat healthy, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. Come on back, man. We need everybody here. Everybody in the demographics. So that's the different demos and age groups here on Chaos Corner. I love to run through that along with the top geographies. Here's our top external sites. I always run through this. Reddit at 37.3%. Google at 19.5%, although I enjoy DuckDuckGo. Yahoo at 7.7%. Those are the top external sites for the YouTube channel. Here's how to find the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel. You guys are always interested in how to find me, right? I know that you are. You notice no hat today, clean shave. Look at the shine off the dome piece, right? The GOC. See how serene it is here? We go from up to down, side to side, north to south, east to west, 91 to 95. Does it really matter to 84 to Rudy? That's what we do here on the channel. How to find us. A lot of big changes here. YouTube, because of your comments, your subscribes, you're hitting that like button. You're picking up your chair and smashing that fucking like button, or stomping on it, or giving it an eye poke. By you guys making a comment, subscribing, sharing it, hitting that like button, or even a dislike button if you don't like it. It doesn't matter. I accept all opinions here. Leave a comment. 51.6% of you are finding us on YouTube. Regular searches, recommendations, it doesn't get better than that. Browsers, for all you browsers, what are you doing, Chaos? What are you doing over there, Big Daddy? I'm a browser. I'm just browsing, man. Can I browse? I'm just a browser. Along with almost 15% of Guardian of Chaos fans are YouTube and are browsers, like Rodney Dangerfield said. I'm just browsing. So that's how you're finding us here on the YouTube channel. Also, 13.5%, and we really need that to go much, much higher, are suggesting the videos. And that's when I talk about with the like, subscribe, leaving a comment, getting us in the algorithm. That's not bad. I can't complain. And I'm going to show you what we were as to where we are here just in the last 3 months. And then channel pages at 7.2%. So let's look at where we were, who's suggesting us, and where you have to go. Just 3 months ago, beginning of the year, only 7.6% of you were finding us here on YouTube. Now it's at 51.6, almost 52%. I'm impressed. I'm proud. Keep up the good work. Browsers were at 77%. So that means a lot of you were browsers. Go back to browsing, man. Come on back. 77% to 14%. Suggested videos. What I'm talking about, the like button, the algorithm, comments, subscribing, sharing. We were only at 4.2%. So we did double, almost triple that, up to almost 14% of suggested. That's what we need. Same thing with channel pages. We went from 5% to a little over 7%. These are numbers, if you understand what I'm talking about in analytics and research, and that's why I hope you tune in. And I've gone way longer than I wanted to on this video with a lot of chicanery and entertainment, because I want you guys to have fun, man, and me too. So you see what's going on and how to find us. It's changing, and I need you guys to continue to do that on the status here, the analytics.
Hello, Martha Stewart here.
Well, hello, we don't want Martha Stewart. Alexa, lower the volume. Alexa, lower the volume. Alexa, lower the volume. Does it even work?
It's looking fabulous.
I think it does.
You'll find everything
We're going to continue here, March 13th, 2023. We're going to get this uploaded tonight before Monday Night Raw, before everybody gets on there in the IWC. Alexa, lower the volume, please. Do you see here at Chaos Corner, I have to argue with my Alexa? Because I don't have all the big soundboards, and I'm not invested in all that. I'm giving you raw. This is reality. This is what it's all about. I don't need anything behind me. Although all that stuff's great, the graphics, the editing, I enjoy it. That's entertainment. I guess that's how you get a lot of people to come in for your content, the visual. But I'm giving you the real. There's a big difference between my channel and everyone else's channel. No better, no worse. Raw, to the point, entertainment. There's a lot of competition out there. You know who I'm competing with? No one. Let's get back onto channels that my audience watches. And you know I cover it all in the IWC. Mundo Esportas. That's right. No me joda maricón, muévete culo, bendejo. You understand, right? I don't want to offend anybody. Muévete culo. Mundo Esportas, Lucha Libre, The Wrestling Show, Nadia Sapphire, a female grappler who also follows me on social media. Rise, the underground of pro wrestling. The Gibson Brothers. Those are all different channels that suggest what you guys are watching from my audience and the channels that my audience is watching, along with Story Time with Dutch Mantel, Wrestling Shoot Interviews, a.k.a. the WSI, 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff, Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, Wrestling Rambles 89, Jim Cornette Experience, The Arn Show, and of course our thoughts and condolences and our prayers and best wishes out to Arn, his family and friends on the loss of his son this past weekend. I was lucky enough to meet Arn at the 2019 Fan Fest and the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, and what an unbelievable class act Arn Anderson is, and my thoughts and condolences out to his family for the loss of Arn's son, who I believe was only in his late 30s. So rest in peace to Arn Anderson's son. So just our thoughts and prayers and condolences out there. A lot have died suddenly lately in this world. So Arn Show is another one, a channel that my audience watches, along with Grilling JR, good old JR, and My World with Jeff Jarrett, and of course Off the Script with JD from New York and Don Tony. Those are the channels that my audience watches according to my YouTube analytics and statistics here on show number 7, way longer than we ever thought we were going to be. But playlists, like to talk about playlists because I throw that in on every channel here. Alexa, higher the volume. See how I have to go back and forth? I bet you that's taken up 10 minutes here of the channel of bantering and debating with Alexa. What are we doing here? I'm not in front of any hearing committee, am I? Alexa, higher the volume. Playlists. Rikishi. You know the Samoan dynasty, the bloodline, and my performances, whether it be with L.A. Smooth, Rikishi, Umaga, Yokozuna, the list goes on, and the family history and working events with Afa and Sika and the Tonga Kid, and just salt of the earth, unbelievable spiritual people, and I got to tell you, some of the nicest, roughest, most legit, badass, real people in the world, and I can't thank the Samoan dynasty enough, and just even here on the channel, they're still a part of what the Guardian of Chaos does. Isn't that something? I'll say that to say this. Also, the classic videos that you get here on the channel. The videos where I do my color commentary and play-by-play with all my broadcast partners. The videos where I was involved personally as a pro wrestling manager, taking the bumps and everything from pillar to post, along with the stars, the heroes, the young lions, the legends, the Hall of Famers that I've been in the ring with, and of course, all the unbelievable talent still active to this day. We've worked the same events and same shows, and I was able to pick their brains and have conversations of a lifetime. Unbelievable, the history and the story and what goes back to the legacy of this channel and this man standing in front of you. The uploads here on my playlist also, you guys like to follow that for whatever reason. Almost 10% of you go over there and also listen to the same thing. So I enjoy that. I like that. That means I'm giving you some sort of, social influencer. Who knew the GOC, a social influencer? What else do we have here? You see the top videos from the last 3 months that have been up on the channel. We've talked about yours truly, the night the Guardian of Chaos addressed Vince McMahon. The stink face, we've been talking about it. Mickey James, the Grandmaster Sexay Brian Christopher video on here. The Too Cool dance. And no one that ever caught heat like the Nomadic Madman, like the GOC Big Daddy in that asshole video. It's here on the channel. Christian York, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, Refs Gone Crazy, all the legends and heroes. Those are the videos that you will see on here. The Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Primo Carnera, Mick Foley, Jerry King Lawler, SWB and yours truly. Does it get any better than that? Mario Mancini and King Kong Bundy. Those are the different videos and things that you will see here. And of course, what do we have? Definitely 250 episodes of Chaos Corner, where I cover everything in the IWC. So I'm just trying to give you all the news and different notes that we have had here from Analytics Show 6 back in January of 2023 to here live to tape from the bunker 25 feet below the surface of the earth on March 13th, 2023. Getting ready for the big snowstorm. A lot of things going on in March. The banks are on a run. There's wars, inflation, the economy, jobs, sicknesses. This music's kind of appropriate, is it not? For everything that's said, bring a little realism here. So that's what we have here on Analytics Show number 7. I don't want to get too crazy. I don't want to get it up to an hour. But I just wanted to show you how great we were doing at the beginning of the year. Even back to the summer of 22, we had our dips and rises and dips and rises, kind of like Ventura Highway and Route 1 out there in California flowing out into the ocean. You see, the longer I go and ramble, we're going to get onto current day events topics too. And I don't know if we all want to do that. We're trying to keep it lighthearted, but I have to make sure that I get through all the news and notes. And guess what? I think I did it. Let's go to top moments before we get off here. And we're going to get up to almost an hour, but it is what it is. Here's our top moments now in March of 2023. Today.
I feel like ads are interrupting your groove.
Yeah, I feel like ads are interrupting my groove. Alexa, lower the volume.
Completely ad-free. Starting at just $4.99.
This is supposed to be ad-free. Alexa, lower the volume. This is supposed to be ad-free. The ads did interrupt, so that was right on time. Top moments here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. Here in the last 28 days. Alexa, lower the volume. Guys, I'm sorry about all this. It's part of the entertainment. One-of-a-kind show. Top moments here in the last 28 days. The Killer Babes versus the Clinically Inclined. Julio De Niro with Alexis LeRae, a.k.a. Mickey James. Romeo Rosselli from the Heartthrobs with Miss Cara. The American Dreams, the Midnight Rider, Dusty Rhodes, and Kamala the Ugandan Giant. Julio De Niro against Christian York with Alexis LeRae, a.k.a. Mickey James, and Miss Cara. We did see the Missy Kimona Sweet Destiny video. We talked about that as one of the #1 videos here on the channel. The Power Company from Down Under Thunder on WCW. The boys right from here in the greater New England tri-state northeast area in the shadows of Titan Towers. They may even be down in the Sunshine State right now in FLA. Dean and Dave, the Power Company, and yours truly, Big Daddy. That's right. As seen in WCW, what a tag team, traditional, old school. Those were the top moments here on the channel. If you look at the top videos, top moments, top intros, and top spikes. The Mickey James, and everyone keeps texting me and inboxing me, getting spanked video by Brian Christopher is the top spike here on the channel, along with Christian York and Julio on Miss Cara, as I just said. The Rikishi stink face on the Haas brothers and the Mercenaries. And of course, Mr. Sacco goes crazy. That's right. Mick Foley, you know my history with Mick. That's right. I took the sock. I wasn't crazy about it. That's right. And you son of a bitch, the King of Memphis, Jerry the King Lawler. I'm glad you're recovering, Jerry. I want you to be healthy. We still got a score to settle, my friend. I'm no Andy Kaufman. Remember that. But Mr. Sacco goes crazy. All these videos are here on the channel. The top intros, Get the Table. There were several table spots, not only with the Dudleys that I was involved with, going for the NWA titles with the Outcast Killers, Oman Tortuga, and Diablo Santiago. Unbelievable matches, but also Moolah and Mae Young right here on the channel. Johnny Heartbreaker, a.k.a. Romeo Rosselli, going through the table with myself and Kevin Landry. The history and the videos. Fans, I can't implore you enough. You're not going to want to miss it. And of course, the cat fight between Missy Hyatt and Miss Tasha for CPW at one time, the legendary Connecticut Pro Wrestling with the Enforcer Dave Polino and Stone Cold Steve Cundy. You remember those days back in the 90s, right? Miss Tasha, very famous actress, went on to be in Hollywood. Those are the top intros, top spikes, and top moments for the videos here on the channel in the last 28 days. Again, I told you about the Hacksaw and Primo match, Mickey James and Brian Christopher. All those videos are staying solid here on the channel. So fans, I think that's all that I have right now. Should I just go like this? Does it even matter? Did I stick to the notes in the script? I never do. Fans, whether it was when I was on Sirius XM with Mike Babchek or Dino Costa or John Filippelli on the Curtain Call, the president of the Yes Network, or Jerry Springer, or all the different shows, the movie Six Figures, and all the different organizations, being inducted to 2 different Pro Wrestling Hall of Fames, all the different things that I've been able to do, bodyguarding people in the music industry, being a bounty hunter, 25 years behind the walls, private investigator. No, I'm no Magnum PI, but I am Magnum GOC. You know what that means, right? Well, that's another story from another time. Alexa, hire the music for the exit here on Chaos Corner. Thanks for being here. We did keep this under an hour. So I'll say that to say this, because I tell it like it is. This is, Alexa, hire the music. Are you supposed to say up the volume? Right? Alexa, up the volume. I hope you guys learned something from this, because as soon as I'm done, I'm going to unplug it, because you never know who's listening. So thanks for being here. What, do I have any Red Bull left? I don't think I do. Great to be back in the bunker. Make sure you have your straws handy. Not the recycled ones either. All right, fans, enough of my bullshit. Thanks for being here. I'll be back. Hit the like button, subscribe. You're not going to want to miss what the GOC is up to.